The life and reign of the late Queen Elizabeth II spanned more than 70 years, making her tale almost as ancient as some automobiles themselves. All jokes aside, it's safe to say that other boomers and car connoisseurs like Jay Leno or Jerry Seinfeld haven't seen the evolution of cars as closely as the 96-year-old late Queen of England has. For someone who's seen cars change drastically, we can't help but wonder which ones were her favorite to travel in, or more likely, to operate. Let's take a ride back through the years. Hi, and welcome back to The Grand Luxury. In today's video, we are going to explore the late Queen Elizabeth II's astounding luxurious car collection. Stay tuned until the end, as we have some interesting stuff along the way. Before we hit the old dusty trail though, please let us know in the comments below on what your favorite car of all time has been. We want to know. Also, any guesses as to what her favorite car was before we start? Take a guess and tell us. You might just be right. 1. 1953 Land Rover Series 1. The Queen didn't spend her entire life just sitting on the throne, drinking excellent wine and sleeping in castles. In fact, she saw some rough times as well. Back in World War II, she was an Army ambulance driver. This gave her an excellent understanding of what goes on under the bonnet, and she learned to pick up some neat cars. Among them, the Queen and Land Rovers have had a long-standing relationship. Nothing compares to the Series 1's capacity to luxuriously transport you through the moors of Scotland to the door of Balmoral Castle, one of the late Queen's favorite residences. In fact, one of the biggest reasons the Land Rover became an emblem of old money was because the Queen and the royal family loved them so much. These compact British off-road vehicles produced from 1948 onward were inspired by the World War II Jeep, but immediately distinguished themselves from other cars over time. It was the first mass-produced civilian four-wheel drive automobile having doors and an available hard roof. Anyone up for a safari? 2. 2009 Jaguar XType Sportwagon V6 Sovereign. The late Queen enjoyed wagons, often known as estates in the UK. In 2015, she was seen driving an outdated but well-kept Jaguar XType wagon. While many considered the midsize wagon a huge commercial failure, the late Queen felt quite differently. For her, it was a holy symbol, worthy of taking her to church and back. She also customized it so that it was equipped with a dog grill behind the back seats for the most famous pack of corgis in the world. In fact, her last public photograph behind the wheel was in an X-Type back in 2021. This probably made the company wince, as she wasn't driving a more modern version of the car, but what can we do? The late Queen liked what she liked. 3. Bentley Bentega. The Bentley is the perfect car for the late Queen, who herself was associated with luxury, majesty, and grandeur. It is a brand that is well known for offering automobiles that are pure luxury, glamour, and one hell of a price tag. At the time, the Queen's Bentley Bentega was the first of its kind. Despite the elegance and subtlety the car displayed, it is still a bad boy boasting 600 horsepower and a top speed of 190 miles per hour and a 0 to 60 mph acceleration in under 3.8 seconds. Efficient and classy, just like her late majesty. 4. Custom-built Range Rover LRWB Landaulet. Naturally, the majority of the late Queen's possessions were designed just for her. One standout vehicle in this collection was the Range Rover LRWB. The roof of this Range Rover was removed, making it an open-air top to allow the late Queen to stand and address the crowd, since she was frequently required to speak and participate in public processions. And of course, she carried out her duties in style. It has a 3-liter turbo diesel engine with an electric motor to create a hybrid powertrain, generating 340 horsepower and 700 Newton-meters of torque. The stats? Top speeds of 135 miles per hour and a 0 to 62 mph in 6.9 seconds. A bit sluggish, but we're not comparing to hypercars here, are we now? 5. Rolls-Royce Phantom 4 State Landaulet. There have been numerous Rolls-Royce Phantom 4s and 5s owned by the royal family. Her Majesty's 1955 State Landaulet, featuring coachwork by Hooper & Company, might be the rarest specification. Only 18 of these long-wheelbase Luxo barges were built by Rolls-Royce, and only a head of state could purchase them. It was used for some 42 years before the late Queen grew tired of it in 2002. Interestingly, it also resembles the vehicle Meghan Markle traveled in for her marriage to Prince Harry. You know you're a cool grandma when your grandkids copy your style. Now that we're about halfway, guys, please show us some love by hitting that thumbs up and subscribing to our channel so that we can continue to bring you great content. We hope you're enjoying the video, and we bet you that the next 4 on our list will be equally, if not more, impressive. Let's keep going, shall we? 6. Vohol Cresta PA Friary Estate, 1961. The Vohol Cresta was a full-sized car built by Vohol between 1954 to 1972. This car is said to have been the late Queen Elizabeth II's favorite vehicle. Trained as a mechanic at 18, she really knew how to upgrade her whip. Back in 1961, she had it custom-made to suit her outdoor-loving lifestyle, with additions like fishing rod holders built into the roof, a dog guard for her corgis, a rifle rack, and imperial green paintwork. The car is still there today at the Royal Garage in Sandringham. 7. Bentley State Limousine. The late Queen received this Bentley State Limousine in 2002 to celebrate 50 years after her ascension to the throne on the occasion of her Golden Jubilee. As expected, it is an armored car with bulletproof tires, body and glass for maximum protection. And get this, the cabin can also be fully sealed airtight in the event of a gas attack. A pretty useful feature too if you're driving through the countryside, if you catch our drift. The Limousine has a 6.75-liter V8 engine with a 400 horsepower output and a stretched wheelbase for maximum comfort. In fact, this is one of the late Queen Elizabeth's most opulent automobile models. There were 2 of these cars produced and in service up until her death. Recently, though, they have been in service for the Princess Royal but kept as the Royal Muse for storage. Some takeaway stats, you ask? Top speed of 120 miles per hour, 0 to 62 in under 10 seconds, 7,474 pounds. What a tank! 8. Jaguar Daimler V8 Super LWB. The late Queen, mainly because she could, owned another V8 Jaguar. Also made to her specifications, this one has an armrest with a sliding tray that can hold her favorite purse. Given that she despised smoking cigarettes, the ashtray was transformed into a switch panel which can activate blue flashing strobe lights when required. She really said no smoking and yes to safety at the same time. The boot also has some cutting-edge communication technology to contact the Home Office and Downing Street when needed. This Butte went up for auction on August 31, 2022 for about £25,000 as she had managed to only rack up around 15,252 miles on it. Not bad for an everyday driver. 9. Royal Gold State Coach. As we can see through this video, long gone is the fairy tale perception of queens and kings traveling only on beautifully crafted carriages. Nowadays, we'd much rather expect royalty behind the wheel of a Bentley than a horse. Maybe in the future we'll get them behind a Ferrari Enzo or a Bugatti something. We can totally see that as well. However, the royal family does dust off those old-time beautiful carriages for special occasions every now and then. Although not a car, we thought we'd make an exception in this video for the state coach that made its debut in 1762 and is now one of the most valuable state coaches in the entire world. This coach, which is only brought out for the most formal occasions, has appeared during coronation celebrations and other events involving the royal family. You'll undoubtedly see this ostentatious ride out again to usher in a new king or usher him out, whatever comes first. Quick stats, you ask? 8 horsepower to draw the 7-meter-long coach weighing 4 tons and having a top speed of walking pace. Thought you guys might enjoy that one. And that concludes our exploration of some of the late Queen's jaw-dropping luxury car collection and some. So which car would you like to own for yourself? Or would you be more of a hypercar sort of royalty? Please let us know in the comments below. Before you leave, make sure you smash up our loyal video button, hit that subscribe icon, and turn on the notification bell to all so you never miss an upload from us. We aim to bring you 3 great videos every single week, so stay tuned for the next one, guys. Until then, make sure to browse our other great content, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.